Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, guess what? Today we're going to delve into the ongoing controversy surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and their reception both in the UK and across the pond, US. Recent reports suggest that the British media is pushing back against further accolades for the couple while their popularity in the US continues to soar. So, remember, guys, the British media is doing everything in their power for people to reject Harry and Meghan. And because that is not happening, they are angry. They are not happy about it. So we know Harry's speech was superb. It was a magnificent speech. It garnered so many views and it's well talked about even to this day. How great it was, how humble Harry was, and how the speech just it was everything. It was perfect. It was down to a T. It was perfect. So the event was a testament to his commitment to the veterans community through the Invictus Games, an initiative he founded a decade ago. Meghan was by his side applauding as Harry delivered an emotional speech. So we know Meghan was very happy for Harry. She stood by him and it was just so perfect to watch everything. So we know that I was watching this program, I think, Kinsey and Katie Nichols, and they were talking. And Kinsey is always trying to put a negative spin on it. Katie sometimes she tries to be positive, and in the same breath, she also comes across as trying to play it both ways, right? And that is a problem. You cannot have two persons on a program that to me is on the same talking point. And I'm going to give Katie some credit. She always seemed to understand that Prince Harry served, and she at every point she made them know that listen, he served 2 tours, he deserved it. It's not like he doesn't deserve it. There will be controversy at any point. They talk about 75,000 signatures. Harry's speech was viewed over 5 million or even more at this point. So let us be real. There are 8 billion people in the world, right? So the reception has been mixed, to say the least. While some commend Harry for his work with veterans, there's a significant faction within the British media, and we know it's the British media that's pushing it, that's less than enthusiastic. And they're only not enthusiastic because Harry walked away. Harry told them, I am out. Enough was enough. I'm not dealing with this. So they're just bitter over the whole thing. There are voices suggesting that organizations should be cautious when honoring Harry and Meghan in the future. And guess what? That is what they want. They want people to abandon Harry and Meghan and just reject them. And they realize that is not what's going on. Because let's be clear, Harry deserved the award. Meghan, when she does her work, she deserves what they get. They do the job. They do the work. They are not just there to cut ribbons and go to sporting events like Kate and William have been doing, and yet still the taxpayers are paying them. Harry and Meghan are putting in the work. So critics have argued that the couple's departure from their royal duties and their subsequent media ventures, including Netflix and other deals, diminish their standing as representatives of the royal family. But they are not representative of the royal family. They are living their life. They're doing what they want to do. Some royal commentators have been particularly vocal, questioning the merit of their recognition and suggesting it could be seen as endorsing their controversial move away from the monarchy. Their personal life has absolutely nothing to do with them being awarded for a job well done, for work that they have put in. They have put in the work. It has nothing to do with them leaving the royal family. And we are not going to tell Harry and Meghan to lose their voice and not speak up. They have every right to speak up about things that are affecting them. Despite the criticism at home, Harry and Meghan's popularity in the United States tells a different story. They are frequently celebrated by their charitable efforts, for their charitable efforts and media projects. Their recent appearances and the success of initiatives like the Invictus Games have cemented their status as influential figures in the US. So we know that, and we know that is what's bothering the United Kingdom. Right? It boils down to several factors. In the US, Harry and Meghan are seen as trailblazers who stepped away from traditional roles to carve out their own path. Their advocacy on social issues resonates strongly with American audiences. Meanwhile, in the UK, their departure from royal duties is often viewed as abandoning tradition and duty, leading to a more critical perspective. It's hard to predict. When we talk about the future, it's hard to predict if Harry and Meghan continue to achieve success with their projects and maintain their charitable work. Opinions might soften over time. However, as it stands, the British media's reluctance to see them honored further suggests that this divide is likely to persist, at least in the near future. Regardless of the different opinion, one thing is clear. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle remain influential figures on the global stage, continuing to captivate audiences and make headlines, both for their work and their personal journey. So that is all I'm going to talk to you about tonight, guys, for this special, thing. We have this video coming up that I'm going to show you, little snippets of what Katie and Kinsey was talking about. And, Kinsey is going to take a negative stand. She's so annoying. But, here I'm still going to give both views. Sometimes you give both views because, yes, we know Harry and Meghan, we have people that love them dearly and we have people that don't like them. And that is fine. That is fine. That is your choice. If you choose to go down that road where you don't like two people for making their own decision, that is your prerogative. So guys, I'm going to just let you listen to both sides of the story. So continue to watch it. Stay tuned for more updates on this evolving story. And good night. But listen out for the little program, video I'm gonna play with Kinsey and Katie. All right, so thank you guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell. Thank you guys for supporting me. The more you like, the more we engage, the more you comment, this will help the algorithm, and we do appreciate it. So thank you so much. Bye.
Did you feel like it was a good speech?
Yes, I did, Kinsey. I really thought it was right and went down really well that he acknowledged the Tillman family. I mean, he would have got up and made that speech knowing exactly what had been said, and possibly even feeling himself that someone else might have been more deserving of that award, someone that didn't have the platform that he enjoys. So I think what he did in that very gracious and humble speech, putting it all on the Invictus community, making it all about veterans, making it all about those who've served on the front line, was absolutely the right thing to do. And but we can't take away from the fact that Prince Harry himself served on the front line, and not just once but 2 tours of Afghanistan. And I think there is always the risk when you have someone like the Duke of Sussex who caught such controversy within that spotlight, and that he's going to overshadow an event for all the wrong reasons. And you mentioned Serena Williams sort of jesting about them not stealing her thunder. And I'm sure that's probably, to be honest, Kinsey, why they chose not to walk the red carpet. They don't want to upstage the people that they're there for. But Harry was never going to snub that award or turn it down. So I think he did absolutely the right thing by making sure it wasn't all about him. It was about the wider community.
I do have to ask, because I think it's well, first of all, do you think Harry and Meghan understand why they're controversial figures? Because Prince Harry was controversial in the most fun way 10 years ago, but that tone has changed. Do you think that they are bewildered as to why somebody like Mary Tillman would consider them controversial or divisive, or do you think they understand that people don't agree with the things they've done since they've left the royal family. And I'm specifically talking about Oprah or some of the revelations in Spare.
I don't know is the honest answer, but I think they probably are so immersed in their own narrative that they probably find it quite hard to understand why people take a pop at them. They probably find it quite hard to understand why they are so divisive. But and I think sometimes they do have the tendency to come over as being slightly tone deaf. And I think relieved and not entirely surprised. As you say, I said I thought he would make it about the Invictus Games, but I think he played that one really well. And I think it was a great speech, and I think he came out of it, looking admirable.
I have seen, too, some people make the comment that they wondered if future foundations or award shows would hesitate to give them awards going forward in the future. And I think that that's a fair point. And I know we're running out of time, but I do think it's a fair point to make that some people might not think all press is good press and might hesitate to award them in the future, knowing that it could attract a lot of negative attention.
I think it's something they have to be mindful of, and they're not going to stop going to events. They're not going to stop going to awards. I mean, part of their strategy moving forwards is obviously to be high profile and to make sure that they are seen and that they're all the right places. So they're always going to be controversial figures. I think they're always going to divide opinion, but it's not going to stop them from getting out there. I mean, this is Harry and Meghan, right? They're not going to step back quietly from the spotlight. So I think we can expect to see them at more things like this in the future.